day 2 after my breast cancer diagnosis. Hi guys, I've been using vlogging to detail my journey after finding out yesterday that I have breast cancer, and I have to go through all the necessary steps for that. And I wanted to just vlog about my experiences, so maybe it can help somebody who's going through something like me. In fact, I think it's working because I want to shout out everybody who reached out to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. A lot of calls, a lot of texts, a lot of messages, a lot of identification. People either went through their breast cancer journey and told me their stories, or they're also now recently being diagnosed with some form of cancer, and they're having a lot of apprehension and fear, and they're letting me know that my optimism and positivity is inspiring. So thank you guys. My videos are actually doing what I want it to do. And yeah, let's get into it because I have different topics for tonight. So the first topic goes out to the people that have been writing on my under my posts, under my videos, or reaching out to me to say, I'm so sorry. And I just want to address that and say there's nothing to be sorry of. I know it's a conditioned human response to say to someone when they hear bad news, oh, I'm so sorry. But it actually, I'll tell you honestly, I'm going to say honestly what people don't say because I can say it, right? What it does is it drops my energy. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for someone going through a health scare, for their energy to drop, because you want to be at your highest vibration. And the highest vibration is joy, happiness, love, peace, all that stuff. So whenever anyone wrote on my things, I'm so sorry, or I'm sorry this is happening for you, it drops me out of my high vibe place. Kudos to those of you that wrote, you got this, you're inspiring, you're brave, you're strong. Yeah, I am, right? And that's exactly the energy I'm at. So if anybody who wrote anywhere on my social media, I'm so sorry, and you want to take a chance to go erase it, I will let you. Absolutely, I will let you. And I'll be happy if you do that, because we don't need that kind of energy here. I'm not mad at it. I understand that, you are a caring person, but it's more telling when people say, I'm so sorry, because it's telling because it shows me where your mindset goes. Your mindset goes to, this is a negative thing. This is a bad thing. There's a possibility this could be a serious thing, right? And it's dabbled in fear energy. So just be aware. This is like a public service announcement. Whatever you write on social media, it tells a lot about you and your mindset as it does your wishes for other people. So, and I'm not mad at it again, because I understand that a lot of you love me. And the idea of not having this bright light in your life, oh my God, depressing, it's sad. But you don't have to worry. I'll be around for a very long time. Which brings me to point number 2. Point number 2 is that we have come so far in the field of medicine that things that used to be a death sentence back in the day are no longer a death sentence. At no point in time in this whole diagnosis journey from 24 hours ago to now did I ever worry about losing my life. I don't worry about losing my life. 1, we caught this cancer early. 2, breast cancer is very common in women. 3, this is a natural process that has happened time and time again to so many women and men, right? And men. 4, I have the most common form of breast cancer, which means that they have had a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of tools and techniques to work with it. I don't know what stage I'm in, and I don't know what is my course of action. I'm meeting with my surgeon next Thursday after my birthday vacation, and we'll discuss that. And then I'll come here and tell you guys what I choose. So don't automatically assume that when you hear somebody has a cancer that it's negative. In fact, someone just wrote in on one of my social media and said, oh, I was just diagnosed with stage 2 something. And I immediately responded and I said, you will get through this, because that's what that person needs to hear. And that's the energy I want to send their way. Not one of sorry or pity, but one of remember your power, remember your strength. This is not a life-ending dis-ease. It can be, but For many people, it is not. So stay in that lane and that energy. All right. The third point I want to make tonight is that I learned manifesting has nothing to do with biology. So, what I mean by that is sometimes people say to you, like, oh, you're such a healthy person, right? Like, I'm not talking about myself clearly because I eat junk food every now and then. But you know who comes to mind? That Biggest Loser trainer, Bob. Remember Bob? He's super healthy, right? He's a trainer. And then he had a heart attack. So, people that are not aware would say, oh, well, he couldn't have been that healthy. Yes, yes, he was extremely healthy. But the biology of Bob's body created that heart attack. The biology of my body created this cancer. So your manifestations, for those of you that are maybe losing faith in manifestations, don't do that. I'm a law of attraction coach. I'm a manifesting coach, and I am not losing faith at all, because it's my law of attraction knowledge that's helping me to stay so positive and happy and joyful and go through this process so far with ease. We don't know what's to come, but I'm also manifesting that to be also easy breezy. So it can't change what is part of your biological makeup. If you came in as a soul and you imprinted with a body that is going to have cancer or Alzheimer's or heart disease or whatever, you can do your part to cut down how serious that's going to be for you. But at the same time, it can't erase your biology. This is why we say in the metaphysical sciences, we never replace what? Medical. We never replace the medical field. We work in tandem with the medical field. So to anybody out there that's wondering, well, you're so much about manifesting or positive thoughts and law of attraction and stuff like that, why did you not, heal this, right? Well, that's why, because I have to go through the same things everybody else has to go through, which a friend of mine, shout out Malzahn, a friend of mine made a funny joke. She said, okay, I'm going to be the first to say it because we know it's coming, but you're a psychic, Uma. How did you not see this coming? Sorry, I laugh at that because it's true. It's true. That's how people think, but that's not the reality of situations. All right. We, the psychics, we still have to live. We still have to go through our own experiences and have our own lessons. So we are not going to see everything coming on our path the same way. Have you ever, let me relate it to you this way. Have you ever given somebody advice and you're like, wow, that's really great advice. I should take that advice. Where did that come from? That's what psychic readings are like. We can see the future. We can see what's coming. And it's easier to do it for strangers than it is to do it for friends because there's no emotional attachment. But we don't necessarily all the time see what's coming for us. Have I seen other things for myself and worked around it? Absolutely. But there's still things I have to go through as a human being and learn my own lessons as well. So to answer that question, no. It doesn't, being spiritual, learning the law of attraction, being religious, it doesn't stop you from having to live. We're all here to live, and that's bringing me to my last point. Some of you are really happy to see my excited attitude and you call me inspiring and happy and joyful. And I think it has to do with the fact that I am a professional healer and I've worked with people who've had illnesses and diseases for the past 17 years. I've worked on people where we've seen the miracle healing, where they had something there and it's no longer there. I've worked on people who have extended beyond what their expectancy was. I've seen so many miraculous things done that it doesn't stump me when I hear news, Uma, you have breast cancer. So that's just, I teach classes in energy healing and I try to share with people, the more you know, the more you learn, the more you grow, the less scary life becomes. So if anything is that takeaway, hopefully my journey is inspiring you to go find your local Reiki teacher and take that Reiki 1 class, take that Access class, take that IET class, because you can be at this level of confidence and happiness and optimism the way I am, because then you start to understand the nature of things. These are all my little tidbits I've gotten from my vlog day 2. I hope it helps. Let me know in the comments. Love you guys, and thank you for supporting me on this journey. I'll see you soon.